you know, this exciting set, Walter versus Remi. I know multiple Axel players, and they all hate this matchup. So we'll definitely see how Remi can try to deal with the slippery character that is Millia.
Yeah, this will be very interesting too.
Huh?
Say again one more time.
Oh, Walter fought Stealthy last week.
All right, so we'll have to see if Remi will be able to turn the tide this time around. Jump in, locked with the ring in the corner, of course. Hard slash, my God, turns not over. Walter can just send it. Angelic Wings ascend.
Yeah, and I mean, like, that's the thing about somebody like Millia, is that, like, if you don't have those fast buttons to deal with Millia when she's in your face, you are just gonna get permanently mixed over and over again. And Walter...
Yeah. Especially the fact that Axel doesn't have the reversal to match up with Millia here. Like, every knockdown is going to be difficult, and the speed that she comes in too, you're able to get in between the sweet spots of not only, oh my God, TK bad move, not only Rensen, but also just 5P, the approach that he has anyways. Nice air throw.
Yeah, what an air throw coming out from Millia here. Millia is going to be going for that corner combo though, and this is where, you know, you start to get mixed again. That's gonna be the YRC coming out from Axel, but the oh my God, the gold burst is just gonna finish out the round. That's gonna be it.
Excellent control from Walter. I mean, honestly, that's the exact way that you want to see Millia play this matchup in particular. Axel is gonna have a hard time anti-airing Millia. That's just the fact of the matter. Like, you know, 3K is a great button. But also, like, 2S is another one that you might want to try out. But the speed, again, the speed that Millia plays at makes it all the more difficult for Axel to get those anti-airs.
Yeah, if you're able to keep up with Millia's speed while you're playing, keep up with those offensive wins, those defensive, right? Everything that she's doing, it's so hard to keep up with. And if you can with Axel, I commend you, because I've never seen an Axel player be able to fully keep up with the Millia player, just because of how,
it'll be tough.
Yeah, just because of how committal your buttons are in this matchup. And even if you are not getting mixed, it's still rough, right?
Yep. A couple far slashes wasn't close enough. There we go. Got one jump K. Nice chase down. Got to get these air to airs against Millia to stop her from getting these types of setups.
Oh,
Chicago punish. Okay.
Yeah, that will be a Chicago punish. That grab is also not quite going to be doing enough, but that will be the low coming out from Walter here. Walter is able to just keep going for these mix-ups, fake mix-ups, and all sorts of different stuff. That will just be the round with the Angelic Wings, positioning it out, going up into the air, and then immediately breaking that wall.
Going into this second round here. Nice, just dash up 2P, control the ground space, and that's the knockdown that we're looking for to get the ring set up.
Yeah, I mean, we can see the rings coming out here. We can see the grabs coming out here. We can see everything that we want to see. Are we going to see the fake? We're seeing the fake mix-ups. It looks like Remi does know that those are fake, but not that one. That one was a real one, and it looks like Remi did not know about that one.
Another close slash set up here. Take to the skies, jump H. This is a really grounded Walter for this round here. Very interesting seeing that come for them, especially because all the aerial presence was absolutely destroying Remi. And the Compel will start things off, get the kill for the Sonic spin cycle.
The Gapple, you know, you already know that move just free gaps anybody who it hits, right? It's like it beats 6P, it beats whatever you want to beat, and it's so easy for the Millia player to change their direction with it. It's just crazy.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely a part of her arsenal to go through those jumps, to change her jump art, especially her having triple jump. She's just one force to be reckoned with here.
Yup. No, it's so hard. I mean, like, and I keep harping on it, but Axel's moves are so committal in this matchup. He just has to either sit there and take it and wait for Millia to be nice enough to hit him, or just not, or just like throw out the moves and hope that you maybe hit them, right?
Right, that's true. All right, we're going to watch on this Game Boy Advance screen here just to see how this matchup is going to go. Now I got the full screen. It's got my Game Boy plugged into the GameCube. Y'all know what it is.
You got it plugged in. And it looks like Remi, you know, taking a lot of damage already. Walter has taken a little bit of damage, but not quite enough, as, you know, even though, like, Walter does take a lot of damage on that Millia, it's still just, like, it's never enough on this Axel. It's just a beatdown. It's, like, it's so disheartening to watch.
Right. All right. This setup back to back. Get into this corner because it's time to go to Mix City. Nice with the fastball to get the cross up. That is such a strong change for Millia in this matchup.
Yeah, I know.
Any matchup, really.
That fastball going into the corner is so scary for anyone. And it looks like Millia's just able to go and just keep running what she wants to do and is just not scared of Axel combos at all because she knows that Axel will have such a hard time doing anything that he wants to do.
Yep.
And if you look, just run up, 2P, 2P, corner combo into, that's going to be the disc setup. Gold burst coming up for Remi. You got to do something desperate here, but that will just be the PRC finishing out that round. Another round going Walter, 3-0.
Yeah, honestly, a strong showing. And again, like, it's a tall order. Not impossible for Axel to control this matchup because, again, Millia's built like glass, so just takes a couple hits and Axel can really run away with it. But, hey, the way that Walter is set playing with this disc setup, especially after knockdown, there's no breathing room for Remi.
Yeah, no, I mean, Remi just has no way to ever make the space that you need to work with as Axel.
Yeah.
Like, you just, I mean, I keep saying it over and over again, but it's just because, like, you don't have a way to win very well in this matchup.
Well,
there's not a clear path to victory, right?
Well, so we're going to be looking at good air-to-airs, right? Jump P is definitely going to help out. Jump throw is actually a great option, but it's when you get into these really tight corners that makes it all the more difficult, like you're talking about here. We're also looking at to build out tension and try to get a YRC to get Millia off of you. That's another big one. Now that you have 50% tension, you have an ace up your sleeve in case things go south here. Also trying to make a hard read on these rings too. That's very important. The difference between the slash and heavy version of those rings. Because the heavy version has that longer activation, you have time to jump out. But if you're on information overload, you're not going to be able to recognize it. It's a good jump heavy slash from Remi.
And it looks like, you know, I've been saying all this, but it looks like Remi's finally been able to slowly adapt, slowly get out. And, you know, maybe we're going to be seeing some neutral play from Remi here. Maybe we're going to be seeing, like, heavier neutral play, while more buttons get thrown out. And this is where Walter starts taking to the skies.
Yep. All right, nice pickup. Air card. And there's your heavy setup with the cross up. Remi just not ready for it. Oh my god. Yep. This is a very rare thing to see folks fast RC off a hair card because it takes you to the sky, gives you a high-low mix opportunity. It's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I mean, like, you saw Remi literally could not react to that fast RC. It was just too hard to react to. You're in the air. You don't really have that work. And
yeah, it also doesn't help that not many Millias utilize that as a tool. We usually see hair car RC to remain safe and stay grounded. So it's interesting to see it as a, you know, an option to get additional mix after an unsafe button.
Yeah.
There we go. Red RC pickup had to burst because bombers were on the way.
Yeah, and it looks like, you know, Walter is being forced a lot more on the defense. As I say that, though, Walter sees an opportunity, goes for it. It's a bad moon right there, and it's going to be just such a rough time for Millia to be able to, for Axel to be able to do anything right now. One last touch is all it takes for both of these players, and it looks like Remi Celeste is going to be on getting that touch.
Yes, perfect opportunity there for Remi. One thing we got to watch out for in this set, though, is that cross up in the corner. Walter has been getting a ton of mileage out of it. And I say simply just block it, right? But it's not so simple. That is a very difficult thing to interact with. Depending upon how the ring set up, if you have the meter, you could try to go for a YRC situation. You gain the corner advantage by doing that, but more often than not, we do see that Remi doesn't have 50% tension to challenge that. Plus, generally, it's going to be that heavy ring setup, so it's not going to be active in time for that opportunity. You have to block the cross up.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you should just block all. Unfortunately, we don't have the liberty to do that, especially against Millia. But it looks like Remi is a lot more confident and is just able to finish out this round so quickly.
Whoa.
Remi just catching on so fast.
What a trade. Jump in with the heavy slash. Back into the corner we go. 2K. It's the reversal of all Axels. 2K, 2D.
Yeah, no, I mean, actual players with that 2K2D reversal, it's scary, but, you know, especially as a character that's in the air all the time, never mind, I lied, that 2K2D works no matter where you are.
A true reversal. It's a true reversal. Who needs a DP when you have 2K2D?
That is true, that is true. That is going to be the air dash caught out by Remi here. Remi
nice.
Also in the corner, and this is, you know, gonna be a clash cancel coming out from Walter. Not quite gonna be enough, and that's going to be Remi taking it again.
Yeah, very good stuff, especially with the air, air rainwater. Actually, I think one of those was aerial snail too. So, being able to shut down and control that space, so important, so crucial in this matchup. Who gets knocked down first? And that's generally going to be telling of the tide of the rest of the match.
Yeah, it's just so hard for, you know, like, I don't say this without saying the same exact thing again, because it's just kind of like, that's what's happening. It's whoever gets knocked down first is generally the one who just gets in that disadvantage first, and it's just so hard to see them win.
Nice back throw here from Remi. Got that close last situation. Try to dash up on me? Nonsense, the 2P. Good throw back.
A good throw, and this is where, you know, again, the mix starts happening, right? If the mix is happening, Axel is able to 2K it. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, Axel 2K beats all.
There's that 2P. Trying to challenge, really trying to chip away with death by 1,000 cuts. Once again, a great strategy here from Remi.
Yeah.
Rainwater already active. We're calling this burst out a mile away, and that's no burst for Walter in this next round. Remi can offense freely here without a scare.
I mean, yeah, Remi is working miracles right now. Remi just doesn't care what's going on. Remi's playing this game. It doesn't look like a normal Axel Millia game. This looks like, you know, Axel versus a character like Soul, or like a character that has a rough time getting in, you know?
Nice dash up from Walter there, even chasing the back dash to this corner. We were completely smothering escape options from Remi here. All right, there's a compel pickup with close slash. May as well spend it with the tap dust. You're keeping this lead.
Yeah, and I mean, like, Remi is just in such a precarious situation. But again, I've said this multiple times tonight, and Remi's just managed to get out of these situations every time, but not quite this time. Unfortunately, that 2D is going to finish up the round, going the way of Walter. Walter, you know, starting to get their confidence back, starting to start playing the game again, right? Going for another mix-up.
Where we go!
And this is where we start getting mixed. This is where
there we go!
Again. And
look
even though we're hitting those IVs, Walter is still doing such a good job making sure that Axel is not able to play the game.
That's still so important, though, that you've called out these quick fastballs for the left-right mix and able to block just in the nick of time. Now it's that next step. You have the long set ahead of you to make the adjustment. Time stop. What a shame. No, didn't stop in time. Okay, we got the overhead.
No, but we weren't looking for that. We were looking for a different timing. If Remi Celeste going 3-3 against a horrible matchup for Axel.
I swear, I thought after OTG we were going to get the time stop. I think that's the way to call it, especially too, would have had Axel Bomber, would have been able to carry over to the corner and get the shatter. But hey, still got the kill. Good stuff.
Yup. I mean, we're getting straight back into it, right? Millia versus Axel, yet again. And, like, Walter is cooking, but Remi is cooking harder.
Right, knockdown. There's the ring. Goes low this time.
And it looks like Remi is going to tech that throw. That's such an important throw to tech here. And it looks like Walter, you know, scared of getting IV'd again. Not quite going to go for that corner again.
Already took to the sky, so that 2K isn't going to quite anti-air what we were looking for. All right, good block. Dashed out. Excellent call out here, but too far away for these 2K checks.
Yeah, I mean, still, even if Millia's got you in the corner, it doesn't matter because Remi Celeste is just going to say, hit you with a bomber. And, you know, that first gets out, but it doesn't quite, it's baited, but there's no punish off of it. This will be a corner carry for Millia here. Potentially not quite a wall break, and that will just be the ring finishing out the round here.
Yeah, again, that cross up with the fastball, so terrifying. 5K round start, though, from Remi.
You know,
nice struggle into this corner, too.
Yeah, no, I mean, Remi is playing this very well. Again, this is going to be another death for Walter, and like Remi is just making sure that even though like they're just playing so well around what Walter is doing here.
You know, I don't think Walter gets a burst back if we keep getting hit like this. All right, nice rainwater into the Winter Mantis to get the extension.
Yeah, that's going to be the delayed of the Renzi right there in order to try to catch something. But I think this is just going to be it. Not quite.
What? The frame kill with 6B. Oh my God. Remi with the perfect round. That was insane. Oh my goodness. What a pickup. Even after 2K was still able to go and get that shatter for the kill.
God damn. I thought it was a whiffed combo, and then I saw the perfect media. I was like, what is this guy doing? What's going on here?
Oh, that's the routes. Look, we're talking about a mastery of Axel gaming out here. Remi definitely has the tech.
Yeah, no, it looks like Remi is doing a pretty good job here. It's so hard for Walter to make their way in. Remi, again, I mean, like, this is just such dominance shown from Remi here.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that Millia is just built like paper mache.
Yep, that is going to be the throw coming out from Remi here, or from Walter here, sorry. Yeah. Walter did put Remi in the corner, but, you know, even though that's happening, this is so hard to get out of. That's going to be the burst force down for Remi's play.
Yeah, that was such the problem scenario, right? Being put into that corner because time and time again, Walter, we get the cross up with the fastball here. But we fought our way back to the neutral. Good trade, the jump slash. Send it with the snail.
I mean, yeah, Walter's just gone. This is such a good position for Remi to be in. You know, you may not have gotten out the burst. Well, now you have, and you're at mostly an even position here. Walter, you know, missing with that JH. And this is where, you know, again, we just see Remi over and over again in this position doing so well.
Yeah, really taking control of the pace here. Just, there's no escape. You can't backdash out of there. I got 2H over there. All right, and again, see? You cannot backdash me. I have 2H. Great timing from Remi because honestly, it is the right call to go for the backdash, but it's difficult to backdash that 2H because of how active it is.
No, it's so hard for that to happen. And I mean, we're just going to go straight back into it. Remi is doing such a good job right now of making sure to, you know, it's almost like a reverse sweep, right? Remi's just coming in and just adapting and just going with it, right?
Absolutely. All right, jump P a couple times here. And again, really kind of trying to preemptively control the airspace that Millia wants to dominate. Good FDs, getting the space that we need to get this jump slash opportunity. Oh, wasn't ready for the 2K though.
It's all good though. Remi does have that burst there, and it looks like Walter's just going to be going for another mix chain.
The block.
Somebody like Remi's just going to block everything, and that will be the 2K coming out to just flash with something. That is going to be the grab coming out. Remi is in still a bad spot, but, you know, blocked everything. This is where, you know, Remi has you in the corner, and you have to go for fastball compel movement in order to try to get out.
2S, so difficult to anti-air with, and even 6K is another difficult one to try to anti-air with because of the startup. It's tough. All right, air-to-air opportunities, and compel is definitely the threat. That's why we're not seeing Remi jump with Millia here, and this confirms she'll get the kill.
Yeah, no, I mean, Remi is just doing so well right now. It's kind of ridiculous, even though, like, Walter did play that round incredibly well. And it looks like Walter is actually adapting. Walter's slowly starting to get those advantages going again. Gonna be the burst.
The burst 2H. Here we go. Doesn't go for the left-right, just opts to get the better corner position.
Yeah.
Oh no, with the air throw, will get punished with close slash.
Yeah, and it looks like this is just going to be another situation. High-low, that's going to be the Angel Wings coming out, coming up and down, and Remi still is in it, has 1 HP, can maybe not quite block that mix-up. Walter took another round.
That deep, heavy slash cross-up right there, that's so tough, because again, you're guessing. It is the opponent's turn, especially on that hard knockdown. The Oki is just difficult to deal with, especially with Millia. She could set up ring, and like we saw, just dash up, go for the, you know, the classic cross up, go for a safe jump even if she wanted to. But Millia doesn't have to against Axel without, you know, having a true reversal. All you got is your overdrive if you want to attempt it. But look, Millia could have seen it a mile away. 4-5 in the set, though.
Walter is slowly making his way back, slowly clawing back that lead that Remi has built. Remi is fairly close to, you know, getting it. What a nice IV there. Not quite going to be enough, though, but the frosted protection is going to save Remi there from getting, that
backdash almost got duffed, that's for sure. The 2K 2D, immediate burst from Remi. Walter still maintaining control, though. Scooped.
Yeah, and I mean, this is where you sort of get throw loop, and yeah, that close slash is just going to turn into a tap and jump back around. Walter looks like he's just gotten straight back into the driver's seat and just got right back in it.
Oh, nice. There it is. We got the 6K coming out.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, well, that's like a lot of Walter's health gone, and that's going to be Remi in such a big advantage in this round. Walter has to work their way in, and Remi has the advantage. However, you know, no burst. Walter going for the fake mix-up, not quite going to hit Remi. And we can see Walter going for the pressure, getting another grab going, moving to the other side. Remi not faltering on any of it, will just take the grab instead, and, you know, forces Walter out eventually after like 30 seconds of blocking.
Oh, nice block on the red RC.
Oh, what a nice attack.
That's killed. That's a kill. Send it.
We're going.
Yeah, these two S anti-airs from Remi have absolutely been finding the mark. There it is again.
Yeah, the first
great call.
Walter, you know, going for the Capel pressure, and like again, Walter getting that corner pressure, but luckily gets onto the other side before that person comes out.
Yo, 2S juggle. Okay, okay.
2S juggle is pretty funny.
Nice
That's gonna be such a nice air throw coming out from Remi. Remi here going for that snail, not quite gonna get it, punishing that 2K. And this is, you know, Remi going to 6. Remi could take it all the way. This matchup is not looking like it should. Remi is just absolutely dominating on the Axel right now.
It's excellent resource usage there. In that last interaction, we saw that Millia was dedicated to that 2K dash up, but because we slowed down with PRC, you had all the time in the world to go for that 2H. Plus, the change-up of using 2S anti-airs more frequently is definitely sending it here in this matchup. It's giving so much trouble for Walter to try to commit to that aerial dominance that Millia is so used to.
Yeah, and it looks like, you know, Walter's just going to be going straight for it. Gets that high-low onto Remi, but it's not quite going to be enough. 5B coming out from Remi, doing so much work, and that's going to be the JK Snail in order to try to force out something from Walter. Just maybe get a single hit in.
It was just the scare that we already dropped it. We didn't want to overcommit, so we completely stopped our actions there. It's a great call because Walter was going to fall first, and it would have meant that Remi would have been punished.
And that will
with the Winter Mantis.
Yeah, the Winter Mantis unfortunately whiffing. Walter does get to start running advantage here. Backdash is going to get caught, and, you know, Remi is probably 2 hits away from dying, but forces Walter back into the corner. That is going to be the block of the 2K2D. Going for the other side, the grab, and this is where things start to get scary. One touch, and that's going to be it. Walter does manage to keep himself in the game.
Ring setups into low back-to-back. I mean, it's decision paralysis from Remi because you do want to try to jump out, but you had to kind of weather the storm there. FD was definitely going to be the option. Haircar to close in this gap with another knockdown burst. The second time for Remi here in this game alone. Walter hasn't had to burst yet.
And I mean, Walter
is just that's a wrap.
Good job forcing Remi out, and that's going to be it. 5-6. My apologies. Remi still has opportunities to close out this game.
Yep, perfect round there from Walter. Couldn't have been played any better. Overwhelming Remi in that situation too, especially just after those ring setups. You're staying close to Axel's range. Range, excuse me. Which is making it difficult for those anti-airs to come out. We got anti-airs so often. So now that just leaves, all right, I need the resources to try to push back on this block.
Yeah, and I mean, like, we can maybe see, maybe in this round or the last round, Remi can make something happen. But that's going to be the burst forced out from Remi so quickly. Close slash coming out, Haircar, and that will be Remi forced into the corner again for another bad situation. You know, Walter's pulling out the mix. Walter's pulling out the double air dashes. Walter's pulling out everything at this point.
Oh. Yeah, couldn't stand up in time. They committed to FD. That allowed the jump heavy to open, and a back-to-back perfect from Walter.
Yeah, and I mean, Walter is doing such a good job now of mixing. But Remi, you know, speaking of mix, that is going to be the grab coming out. Remi going for that strike throw gameplay on Axel, which you don't see very often. Walter getting out of the corner. Remi stuck in the corner here. Air dash coming out from Walter, getting caught by that 5P, and Walter is cross screen now. Walter has to do something here, or Remi is just going to take this round and run with it.
Jump back, trying to find the spacing that Axel could play in that sweet spot, but the 2K does win for Walter here. All right, still very low on resources here as Remi, but we got the jump heavy, expected a burst, and Walter didn't bite. Remi could have sent it there. Would have been tough though. We already had the jump heavy though. No, not from that height. No.
And that will be Walter taking it to game 6. We are going to last game, everyone.
That is tragic. Much too high to go for that burst. That's what they call the Canadian burst, y'all. Yeah, of course Remi did it. Gosh darn it.
Remi the Canadian hitting that Canadian burst. Final game of the night. Let's see, you know, will Remi be able to, these last 3 games, Remi's been faltering a little, but can Remi maybe just close it out? Or Walter, you know, just show the dominance of Walter's going right now.
5P interrupt is a good start. Brave from Remi, but the ring setup's already established here. Immediate burst, wants to keep it even and neutral. Jeez, talk about threading a needle there. My goodness, from Walter.
Walter, I mean, is moving so well. That's going to be Walter in the corner, forcing back to mid-screen. This is a mix-up.
Same side!
Remi does not know that it's same side, and Walter is just going to take that round so quickly, has the burst advantage, and has the lead in the last life here. Walter has to do, Remi has to do something here in order to stop it from happening. What a nice ID, but that is not going to be enough, as that close slash is going to hit, going to put right back in the plunder, and that IB will not be enough, as, you know, Walter just keeps going over and over with a bad moon. That's a bad moon coming out, and that will be
left, right
coming out.
The whiff throw does get caught by that close slash counter hit. Another perfect from Walter in a perfect way to wrap it. I think that was a 4 or 5 perfects throughout the entire set. Like, Walter had the number of Remi Celeste in those last 3 games.